Welcome back to the Tokyo Fresh podcast, episode 3. My name is David, as always with me.
Jordan, I'm here again. I'm always here. I'm excited again. Today's going to be fun.
Yeah, today's going to be great, I think.
As always.
As always.
But it's finally sunny, which is, thank fuck. Oh my God.
It's this time of year where it's just like black or gray outside for a week.
Yep.
And by the time you see sun, it feels like, I don't know, I can't even describe the feeling. Like something's like ticked over and you're like, it is a new day. It is a new era.
You're like, oh,
the sun is back.
Like, oh, it's over. We made it through the storm.
the dark ages are done. For
me, like, it gets really rainy for like weeks on it or days on end. And for me, I'm just like, I need to do laundry. I have so much laundry to do. It's just piling up. And I'm coming to work wearing like more and more casual clothing to like, pretty much I had like dungarees or overalls. And I was like, man, if I don't do laundry soon, I'm going to go to work in overalls and everyone's going to tease me.
Yeah, it got to the point where this week on Friday, I was wearing like mismatched socks.
Oh my God, yeah.
Because I didn't have anything else to wear. Yeah. I was like, I'll do my laundry on Thursday or whatever. And then it rained and I'm like, I'll do it on Friday. And I'm like, uh-oh.
Yep.
It's still raining.
Yep.
I'm going to be in trouble.
Yep. Thank fuck. Well, today was like, today's good. Finally. God.
Yeah, man. Japan, please. Dryers, we've had them for like since the 50s, dudes. Like, get on that shit.
Actually, speaking of which, such a boring topic talking about like my washing machine, but like, okay, listen, it's important. I cut on your washing machine, and apparently it has a drying feature to it. So I was like, how rare in Japan? I guess I'm gonna use this drying feature. So I wash my clothes and I turn the drying feature on, and the washing machine just starts spinning and screeching, and it's like 2:00 in the morning. So I'm like, oh, my neighbors, they're not gonna be happy with this, but hopefully it'll be done soon. And it just for like 10 minutes of just spinning and screeching.
Oh yeah, mine does the exact same thing too.
What is it doing? I don't understand.
So it's the bin or whatever you put all the clothes in has holes.
Yeah.
And it's just using centrifugal force to suck the water out of your clothes.
That's not a dryer. I wanted to...
No, I know, because you take it out of the machine and you're like, yeah, my clothes are dry. Maybe if I jumped in a pond and said they were dry.
It's like, I took them out after like 10, 15 minutes. I was like, okay, they should be like more or less dry. I'm like, they're all damp. Yeah. They're all still damp. There is no difference from like when I started the drying cycle.
No, yeah.
To what it ended.
You're just as good, sitting there and
literally,
hanging them up as you would be putting it through a 10-minute dry.
I did that. I literally put them all outside. So anyway, guys, that's some advice from a veteran. Buy a washing machine and hang your clothes up outside, because the dry feature does not work. It's not a real feature.
Yep. All right, so the end of the Tokyo Fresh laundry minutes.
Welcome to laundry time with Tokyo Fresh.
Let's put a little stinger in there. Laundry time. No, okay. So, let's get into what we wanted to talk about today. So, topic today that we want to hit on is experience as an ALT, like becoming an ALT, teaching as an ALT, getting the hell out of stopping being an ALT.
Yes.
Maybe that might be the big number 3
The big number 3 point, yeah.
Yep. And then maybe horror stories at the end.
So many horror.
Because I'm sure that those are plentiful.
So many horror stories. So coming as an ALT, so coming in Japan to be an ALT, I think like lots of people, it's the easiest route to take to Japan.
Yeah.
Is being an ALT, like 100%. It's so simple. But man, I remember being in my house at like 2:00 in the morning in the UK, and just like going for these videos about different ALT companies, which is the best, which is the worst, and like, man, it was really strange to like dive through so many and to not really be given any real information.
Yeah, you get what I mean? It's always like, it's talked about very vaguely.
Yeah.
It's like, I work as a teacher and this is what I do. But like, I understand because no one wants to talk about what they do for work on a thing that's supposed to be entertaining.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Whoops. The one I think is because the companies often are like, don't talk about the company, because if you talk about the company in a bad way and some random Japanese guy finds out at X, Y, and Z and he'll get you in shit. Yeah, like that sucks, but that's the way it is.
But I think so when I was looking, I found like there was like Interact, Eon, Nova, GABA, so many
Berlitz, Shane.
Fucking Shane English School.
Don't even bother counting. You do not have enough fingers and toes.
There are so many English schools,
and that's like English schools plus contractors.
Yeah,
and that's not even counting like private schools and like tutoring and Eikaiwas and all this other stuff. Yeah.
In my experience, they are all shit. I've worked at a bunch, and in my experience, they are all shit. And I believe this is why back then, young Jordan in his house early in the morning, scanning through videos looking for the best place to teach English in Japan. The reason I was having so much trouble finding it is because they're all pretty shit, and you're looking for the best of the worst. You want to find one that's going to suit your situation the best, I guess. But even then, like your boy.
Yeah,
let me tell you,
some are better than others.
100%.
And I mean that's not even up for
debate. Yeah.
If your company gives you a bonus, you are already better off than like 90% of the other ones.
My God. Listen, if your company gives you a bonus, yes, that's pretty good company. I mean, let's talk about pay.
Okay.
As an AOT. So as an AOT, generally you get about 20 to 24,000, maybe even up to 28,000 yen a month. So this is not dollars.
Not dollars. If it was $24,000 a month, shit, I'd never leave.
Shit, that's pretty good. But it's yen, so it's questionable. So once you work out how much you're getting paid, remember, tax, rent, bills, everything else. Like pretty much the company won't pay for it. You got to do it out of your own pocket, depending on the company, of course. But most of the time, pretty much out of your own pocket. So after you've paid, rent, bills, tax, healthcare, pension, all out of your own pocket, you're not left with as much as you'd want.
Yeah, I mean, most places will copy your transportation.
That's law.
But that's only because they have to do it.
They have to do it by fucking law. Yeah.
Yeah, it's... If you are frugal, you can save an okay amount.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
But it will take time. And maybe sometimes, like, that's not the best thing to do. If you're here for a year and you're just like, well, I need to go to every single place I can as quick as possible, then saving money, like, if you know you're going home, then maybe saving money is not a priority for you. If you're going to be here for the long haul and you want to move out of your shit box that you live in, then maybe you should, pinch a couple yen here and there. And
it's gonna be hard though, like depending on where you're working and where you're sort of living. Yeah, might be hard depending on living expenses. So I think because there are so many companies in Japan, like doing sort of the English teaching thing, I'm only gonna speak from my experience. Yeah. So I'm only gonna talk about the companies that I have worked in, and I'm not gonna tell you what the company is, because Japanese law is very strange.
Yeah, I like that's part of the reason why nobody talks about it on YouTube. Because the second that you say something bad, you have some dude kicking down your door being like, hey, you said something bad about my client and now we're gonna sue you for 100 million yen and fuck you.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking shit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk about the company without saying the company name. But my young men and women listening to this podcast, if you want to find out what company I'm talking about, just DM me. Just send me a DM at Afro in Japan on Instagram. I will fucking tell you where I worked. I will spill that shit, dude. I will squeal so hard in the DMs. So let's start with why I chose the company I chose. So chose the company I chose because it was the easiest company to get into.
Yep.
To be fair.
Same, yeah.
So we worked in the same company. Easiest company to get into. They accept pretty much everyone. And I mean, pretty much fucking everyone.
You know, okay, here's the weird thing. So, like, my path was a little bit different than yours. I'd applied to Jet.
Jet.
Ahead of time. I'd applied to Jet, and they're like, okay, we've got your application, blah, 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 looks good, whatever. We'll get back to you in, like, half a year.
Jesus.
6 months, 8 months.
6, 8 months?
I'm like, 6 to 8 months. I'm like, 6 to 8 months, I could be dead. So, like, I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to wait 6 to 8 months for you to tell me, well, you know, you didn't, blah, 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 you didn't pass or whatever, right? So, I'm looking for other places to find a job.
Yeah.
The company that we worked at, or I still work at,
Yep.
but the company that you were
Worked
working at. Anyway, that company got back to me, like, within 2 weeks of submitting a thing.
Yeah, same.
And, of course, I'm like, okay, well, you know, we'll see what happens with Jet. Jet gets back to me, like, 8 months later.
Jesus.
Oh, you didn't pass. And I'm like, how? What?
What?
I'm like, I have a minor in Japanese language. I'm a legally certified teacher.
That's why.
That's probably why. Because I am an actual teacher. And
Yeah.
they're like, oh, well.
They don't like that.
No, they don't.
They do not like that.
So if you are, maybe that's the thing. If you already have a degree in teaching, you're going to be too fucking smart
Yeah.
to be abused by their company.
Honestly, yeah. Honestly, that's what it is. Like, all the Jet teachers, I know a whole bunch of Jet teachers, like, across Japan.
Yeah.
None of them are real teachers. They've all done, like, something completely different. They apply fresh out of graduating, so they're still pretty young.
Yep.
And Jet likes that. Jet wants young people who are just going to be, like, easy, malleable.
Well, because you have to sign, like, your like maximum term is like 5 years, right?
Yeah.
So they want to get you young while you're able to kind of like go and live somewhere else in Asia if that's not where you're from, right? Like you're not attached to anything yet.
Yeah. They want you to do the whole 5 years, like the whole 5 year stint. I mean, Jet has its benefits. Like, after you finish working in Jet, you can do like more government jobs.
But that's only because it's run by the
government, yeah. But you have those connections being in Jet. So you can finish the 5 years and then you can go, my Japanese is really good now. I want to work in the Board of Education doing whatever. And you can do that. And it's pretty, that's the only good, like, really good connection you get after working in Jet. But in saying that, oh my God, you may be in, boy, you're going to be in the countryside. You're going to be in the countryside. It's really hard to get Tokyo. And even if you get Tokyo, you're going to be busy.
How much do you like Aomori?
Oh my God. Do you like apples? Because, my man, if you like apples, I've got a place for you.
Yeah, you're gonna be
Jeez.
You're gonna be out there in the middle of nowhere being the magical gaijin unicorn and
that's fun for a while. So we said this book was last time. In the last podcast we spoke about the countryside and how much we like it. But we both speak Japanese. So, like, if you throw me into the countryside and you're like, go, I'll be like, alright, cool. I'll leave that place with so many friends.
I think that's something we should address, like, immediately after this. About, like, when you get here, what the hell are you doing?
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. That's the next step.
But yeah, it's just, you know, all of the companies are kind of bad.
Yeah.
But given what you actually need to do to get into the country, it's very easy. Once you're in, transferring to a different visa or out of your field of work or there's something else,
easy.
Way easier.
So easy. Oh my God. I think the only advice from this stage, from stage one, finding a company, find a company that, one, suits your needs. Find a company that, two, you can get into on the degree you have. You need a degree. There's no, I have a high school diploma. Can I? No, you can't. I'm sorry. No. You can't. You just can't.
It doesn't matter what degree you have.
It doesn't matter what degree.
A degree.
Oh my God. The friend group we had, I studied like politics and international relations. Another guy studied media. David studies...
I'm an actual teacher.
Teacher. We had someone study like biology, philosophy, physics. What the fuck is this group?
Yeah.
There's
someone who was working in my coup, and his job, he was like a scientist, like a legit actual... He's like a biochemical, like, geneticist or engineer or whatever. And I'm like, why are you here? He's like, I don't know. But I mean, now he's since gone home, right? But like, and he's gone back to doing whatever he does with his beakers and fucking test tubes and shit.
Oh my God.
But
That midlife crisis. Boss, I have to quit this position. I'm going to Japan. Wow, cancer research in Japan? No, I'm going to teach children.
I'm gonna teach children, and they're still not gonna know English, and then I'm gonna come back. Yeah, it is very. You will meet a very
diverse group of people, a plethora of humans.
I was gonna say eccentric.
You will meet some eccentric.
You will meet some eccentric people. Yeah.
You will meet some eccentric fucks.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
All right, so you've got to Japan. You've chosen a company. You've picked your poison. You're in Japan. What next? Like, what's the next step? This bit's important. This bit's really important.
Get your shit shorted.
Get your shit together.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So the next step is working out. Are you here for a year, or are you here long term?
Yeah.
That's the most important part. Like, a lot of people I know in Japan who are like way older teachers who used to work here, and these are like university teachers, not AOTs.
Yeah.
But they always, one guy said to me, I was only meant to be here for 2 years, and I ended up
Story of my life,
being
bro.
here for like 25. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? Dude, what the fuck? How did this happen? And because of that, he was telling me his apartment where he used to live, he had nothing in his apartment. He had a futon on the floor, like a shitty, tiny table, no oven, no microwave, nothing. Because he was like, I'm only here for a year.
Right, yeah, like, why do I need to... And, I mean, that makes sense, because it becomes a hassle when you have to move out. It's like, okay, I have a bed, I have a TV, I have a fridge, I have whatever.
Washing
now
machine,
I need to get rid of it. Otherwise, the people who own the apartment are going to be pissed at me and charge me money to take it away.
Yeah.
So at least if I sell it, I can make some money back.
Yeah. But that's the issue. Like, he didn't know how long you wanted to stay here for, which is problematic for you in the long run. Like, a year or 2 or 5 or 10, there's things you definitely must do, I think anyway, in order to make your stay easier. Yeah. And step 1 is the dumbest thing ever. Go and study some fucking Japanese.
No, that's step 0. Like, you should do that. You
God.
should do that before you come.
Go and
study something.
Go and study some fucking Japanese. Please, fucking please, study something. Just anything. Because, not for just getting around, of course, but just the tiny things. Communicating with your teachers and stuff. Like, buying a train ticket if you don't have a passport yet. Like, reading letters that come to your house. Sure, that kanji on those letters will be way above your level.
Oh, it's still above my level, and I can actually read pretty well.
You read better than me, dude, honestly. And it's a slow process if you're self-studying as well. But do something. And later on as well, like, when you decide to yourself, okay, I was only meant to be here for 2 years. I didn't study any Japanese. It's now 2 years on. I've decided I want to live here forever. And now I'm going to study.
But unfortunately, I'm still an idiot.
Yeah, this is the issue. So if you stay for... Let's pretend I've come to the country, off the plane in Japan. I'm only going to be here for 2 years. That was my plan, 2 years. So every day I'm like, I'm only here for 2 years. I don't need to study Japanese because I'm only here for 2 years.
Yeah.
2 years go by, and then I'm like, oh, actually, I want to work in this area of Japan.
Or I've met someone and want to stay here and this, that, and the other, right?
Some bullshit happens. You want to stay forever. You now have to start at ground zero. You now have to start from
2 years in at
0.
Hi, watashi no namae wa hobo. Not even
Konnichiwa. Ohio
even
goes
easier
out.
than that, right? Yeah.
You have to start from like the basics 2 years in. And it's going to take you 2 more years to study. And then you're going to be here for 4 years. And you're still going to be teaching. You're not going to have broken through that barrier. Whereas if you had studied from day 1
to year 2,
you'd be fine.
Yeah.
You'd be like my boy, when he came to Japan, he knew 0 Japanese. Nothing. We went to a bar, we were drinking, and I'm talking to the waiter of the bar, the guy behind the barman, forgive me. I'm talking to the barman, getting a drink, chatting shit, and then he goes to me, Jordan, like, I want to speak Japanese like that. And I go to him, oh, I'll give you all my online resources. I'll give you everything I use. Because at that stage, I was like, everyone should speak Japanese. Like, who's in Japan right now? We're way cooler. We can have like way more fun adventures. Like, let's do it.
There's literally no downside.
Yeah.
To speaking Japanese,
in
other than I have to. Yeah, in Japan.
Japan, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe some other places might be useful.
Yeah, valid.
But there's no downside.
No.
If you live here, learn Japanese. Well, like, how is that gonna hurt you? Yeah, okay, you have to invest some time. And I forget who said this, but it was like maybe it's like some kind of TED talk or something I watched, right? But the guy's like, okay, do one thing for 1 hour a day.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, 1 hour a day might not seem like that much, right? He's like, maybe you do it for 2 hours. Maybe you do it for 15 minutes, right? But he's like, okay, if you do it for 1 hour a day, by the end of year one, you've done whatever this is for 365 hours. So typically, at least according to his research, is like to master a skill,
Yeah.
you have to do like between like 500 and 700 hours. You're almost already there.
That's pretty good, actually.
So like 1 hour, like if you have time to go to the gym, you have time to do a whole bunch of other things, you can sit down and study Japanese for
An hour a day.
Not even, like 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
And that goes on to... Oh, so my friend did that. He studied
Yeah.
every day. Now his levels... Now he's like conversational. And that was 2 years ago. So he went from literally 0 to conversational in 2 years. And this is the thing with being an AOT. One of the pros. So if you got your notepad out,
Yeah.
boys, if you got a little list of things you're making,
Flip that page over.
flip
to
it
a
open,
blank one.
page 1, pro, you have a shit ton of time. You have so much time as an AOT.
Some people, I would say, some people have more time than others. But in most cases, I mean, legally, you have to have a period free every day. So if you're not using that period to plan, you better be sleeping
Yep.
or studying.
I used to sleep. Yeah, to be fair. I mean, I think, so my timetable was, I worked 8:30 till 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
8:30 till 4 fucking o'clock. Are you serious? What?
I work even less. I work 8:45 to 3:30.
Insane. You cannot work 8:30 till 4 o'clock, go home and not do anything. You have so much time on your hands. So I used to go 8:30 till 4 o'clock. Then I would go to the gym straight after that. I would gym till like 5 or 6ish. Then I'd go home, eat, study. So much time. Like there was no excuse. Now, my new job, actual like media things, I think I'm working like 10 till 7.
You're doing other stuff. Like you're out. Like I could understand if you came home at like 8 o'clock and you're just like, I don't want to fucking do anything.
Yeah.
And just go to bed.
Yeah.
That I get that.
I've done that.
But yeah, for me, I get off at 3:30, ride the train. I'm home by 4:30.
Nice.
4:30. Like I have so much time.
So good.
I waste most of it playing games, but I have so much time.
But you have it. You have the time to waste.
You have the time. I mean, it's not even that too. Like if you're home at 4:30, you can basically do anything.
Yeah.
Right? Like, oh, I want to go for a bike ride. Oh, I need to go to the gym. Oh, I have to, plan for my lessons tomorrow. Like, you got time to do whatever you want. Oh, I need to learn how to draw a picture better.
You got time.
You got time.
You can do it. And also, depending on your school as well, you'll probably have time in
During the
school
day.
as well. Yeah. I remember I just have time, and after lunch, I always had a free period.
Yep.
And I think for the first year, I had this strategy where I'd plan every lesson in the book for like 4 months in the first like month or so.
Yeah, and then you just fuck around.
Then you just fuck around. So whenever I had a free period, I was like, I got a free period, I'm going to study Japanese. Got a free period, I'm going to hang out with the kids outside. Oh, I got a free period, I'm going to do whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, you'll have days where you'll get to school and there'll be no lessons.
Yeah, this week I had, or not this week, the week before, I had no lessons on Monday and Tuesday because of tests. But I still have to appear at school so that my face is seen and I am there. But I'm not doing anything.
Nope.
I've already planned my lesson on the weekend for the other 3 days that week. So I show up at, 8:45 and do whatever the hell I want till 3:30.
So good. Those days were grand. Like, so you can work so that's like junior high school.
Yeah.
Junior high school, you get more flexibility.
Yeah, I
I
think so.
Yeah, with your timetable. Elementary is a bit different. Elementary, your timetable is a bit more, it's a bit fuller.
Is it because the classes are shorter?
The classes are shorter, and also there are less like tests. There are less
Right,
like
yeah,
practice
there's no
for like
writing
sports
tests
day and shit. And because there were so many classes, so you got like grade 1 till 6.
Right.
And even if your school is small, you only have 2 classes per year group. That's still 1 till 6.
You still have 12 classes.
Yeah, and depending on how much of a massive dickhead your head of English is, they will shoehorn every lesson they can into it. And so when I was last doing elementary school teaching things, there was this new, what do you call it? Not philosophy, a new...
Curriculum?
Yeah, like curriculum, yeah. Like they changed everything.
Oh,
they changed...
what is it called? Trust the teacher not to know what the fuck he studied in school.
Literally, I'm telling you. Anyway, it's grand. You know what I'm talking about. But they changed everything. They changed, like, the whole curriculum, like, the way teaching's done. So they changed the amount of lessons.
The methodology.
The fucking methodology changed.
The methodology. There we go.
Thank you.
Took me a little bit.
Dude, I'm telling you. So they changed everything. They changed how many lessons. Each year group had a year. So your timetable got fuller.
Yeah.
In elementary school. One of the reasons I dipped as well. Timetable got fuller. Pay went down. That's right. The pay went down. The pay went down. Fucking hell. Timetable got fuller. Pay went down. Hours increased. I dipped.
Mm-hmm.
But the new elementary school is way tougher. There's way less time in your day.
Yeah.
But even in saying that, you still finish very early.
Yeah.
So there's no excuse not to study. That's a
Okay.
pro. That's a pro.
So, come to Japan. You found your company.
Yep.
You
hit the ground running.
hit the ground running because you studied Japanese because you're not a fucking idiot.
You know how to study that Japanese.
I think there's some like very basic things you need to do when you get here, though.
Go on.
Like, you need to get a phone.
Yeah, get a phone.
You need to get a bank account.
Mm-hmm.
Usually that'll be set up by your company because they have to pay you somehow. But just be aware that if that's where your money's coming in, you have to know where to get your money out.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
Your apartment.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'll talk about my first apartment because there was some weird shit in that apartment. So, you get into your apartment and if you are from a Western country, you're going to be like, the fuck is this?
This is tiny.
This is tiny. I can touch both walls. What?
Yours was small.
Mine was small, but it was cozy.
Okay.
But yeah, it was small. But there'll be things about your apartment that you're just maybe going to have to come to terms with, or you're going to have to figure out how to fix or buy. So like when I got in my apartment, so if you're an American and a dirty heathen who doesn't take your shoes off when you go into your house, you're going to realize that when you come into your house, there's like the floor is like raised, right? So you take off your shoes and you go into your apartment. I don't think you ever went to my house in Kawasaki.
I didn't know.
No. So my house in Kawasaki, you come in and there's that like entrance area where you take off your shoes, right?
Yeah.
Immediately to your left was where my washing machine was.
What?
Yeah. Like you come in and like it's right there, like you're bumping up right next to it. But here's the thing, is that in order for there to be enough space for shoes,
Yeah.
it raises the floor. But the problem is that the washing machine right next to me, one of the corners is out over the area where you keep your shoes. So what does what as a genius landlord do you do to fix this problem? You prop up the corner with 2 cinder blocks.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So I open this door, and it's because it's like my door opens. It opened outward.
Yeah.
So you saw it immediately right there, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
That's so funny.
And it's just my laundry machine on a cinder block on the one corner, and when you turn it on because it's like not perfectly level, it kind of like shakes a bit, and I'm like, oh my god. So it was okay because what I figured out I could do is there's enough space where I could just slide shoes under it.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So that worked out okay. That
so
was one
funny.
thing. Another thing was my bathroom door didn't shut. So I don't know if this was because of an earthquake or the room was just like
Badly built.
No, the door frame was warped or something. But the door would not latch.
No way.
So like I'd push the door shut, it'd go all the way shut, and the second I took pressure off it, just and it'd open up. I'm like, oh well, that's gonna be great when I have someone over at my house and they're taking a shit and the door just opens like a ghost pulled it, right? So like that was fucked. So I haven't so imagine, okay, in this scenario, you've just come to Japan, you don't speak any Japanese, but you need this shit to get fixed. What do you do, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
You're like, I don't know, because I don't speak Japanese. Like, who do I call? Do I call my landlord? Do I call my company? Like, I don't know. So, it's that's one of the reasons why I say learn some Japanese. And, like getting your internet set up, your company's not going to do that for you.
No.
So, you have to find a way to call the people to set up your internet, to get a guy to come up to your house to flick a switch.
Unless you're in a Leo Palace.
A Leo Palace, yeah.
Which, let me tell you now, boys, if you're in a Leo Palace,
you fucked.
Good luck. Good luck to you.
How much do you like hearing your neighbors have sex?
How much do you love hearing I mean, if that's what you're into.
Or, how much do your neighbors love to hear you
having sex? Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Let's hope it's the latter.
Let's
rather
hope
than
it's the
previous.
latter. Oh my gosh. Guys, listen, Leo Palace sucks. Like,
Yep.
Leo Palace is probably the worst place I've lived in the whole of Japan. Like, it's awful. It's so bad. Like, it's expensive. It's built really, like, shoddily. Like, it's built really fast.
Yeah.
It's, like, built for, like, students who just need anywhere to live, or, like it feels like transitional housing. Like, it's awful. It's
honestly,
awful.
that's kind of how I would treat it.
Yeah.
If you're gonna stay, right? If you're here for a year, tough it out, bro.
Tough it out for you, yeah. I did it for 2. Like, tough it out. You're fine.
Yep.
But in saying so, like, it's, man, they're the bad houses. There was a massive, like, scandal a while back. Did you hear about that?
Vaguely. Yeah.
Like, they were building houses with, like, shoddy material, and, like, the house wasn't, like, up to regulations and stuff.
You get a Tohoku earthquake too, and your house falls on your head.
Literally, yeah. Like, it was like, if there was a big quake here, you'd be fucked, kind of thing. Like, so a bunch of them got sort of torn down, and the tenants got moved into new houses, and the company had to pay for everyone to move.
Right.
Who are in the bad houses, basically. Because they're not good. They're not good houses. But if you go there, you'll have a Leo Palace, like, life stick USB Wi-Fi thing.
Yeah.
That USB sucks. The Wi-Fi is shit.
Yep. It's bad.
It's bad. But like I said, if it's only for a year, tough it out. Because moving is expensive.
To be honest, if you're only here for a year, you're not gonna spend that much time at your house.
Yeah, you don't spend time. Yeah, you know, if you're in there for a year, it doesn't matter. You're
gonna be doing other things.
Yeah, because you finish at 4:30. Go and do shit. Like, honestly, we used to. Oh my god, we used to, like. So we had the whole. Your friends will be the AOTs.
For the most part, at the start, yeah.
Yes, that's like another important thing. So, your friends are gonna be the other AOTs who you were in training with, and who you came to the country with.
Yep.
And that's risky.
That's a roll of the dice.
Oh, that's risky. I
my
mean,
dudes.
we got lucky.
Yes.
Oh my god, I came to Japan already being here before, and I came kind of what's the word? Very arrogant, very high nose when I was here. So like I came thinking,
I don't need to make friends. I already have friends.
Literally, yeah. And I did. I was like,
Yep.
I don't need to make friends with these people. I have friends here already. They're all gonna be weird fucking weeaboos. Like, I don't really have time for this shit. And that was my first thoughts going in. And then I came, and there was like a few guys who I spoke to, and I was like, okay, these guys seem pretty cool. Let me see how the rest of the group is. Spoke to a bunch of people, and the cool ones, luckily, were all close to me. We all became friends, and everything was grand. But there were some weebs in that group. Man, there were some fucking weirdos. There was a guy with the leather gloves who never took them off.
Guy with the leather gloves.
Some guy had like leather gloves on. He never took them off. Like, there were some weird people in the training sessions. It was just some weird guy, dude. It's burned into my mind. It was weird.
I don't remember this dude, but
I remember him well. It was creepy. He's a really tall white guy with leather gloves. Anyway, not important. But you're gonna get some weird people in your
for
training
sure.
sessions.
Those people will make it through the selection process just by sheer fate.
Like, I think a lot of AOT choosing, what word am I looking for? Procedures.
Yep.
A lot of the procedures are basically like, they're trying to not bring people to the company who are gonna shame the company. You know? Like, they don't want to bring people to the company who are gonna get into a scandal, and it to be like, this AOT has done this and it looks bad.
Because that's worked so well in the past.
Listen, it's happened so much already. But because of that, they're trying to stop more fucking weirdos coming to the country under the name of the company, basically. So they're trying to weed them out, but it's hard.
They should have like a minimum anime requirement. Like if you've watched more than this amount of anime, you just can't come.
You can't come.
You can't come.
You just can't come.
Because it's guaranteed you're a fucking weeb.
Guaranteed you're a fucking weeb. But like weebs still get in, and like I think they don't mind having weebs in their company because they know these mans are gonna stay for at least the year.
Yeah.
Because they'll live in a little bubble, and they'll create like a little anime gaijin bubble for themselves.
Yep.
And they'll just stay in that bubble the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, you know, if you're gonna do that, do it. But I don't like it. It's kind of creepy. But yeah, in saying that, there's gonna be your friends are gonna be the AOTs who you come to the training with.
Yep.
And that's gonna be pretty
hit or miss.
Yeah, it's gonna be hit or miss. If you get lucky and you get really good AOTs and get really good friends, you end up making some really good lifelong friends, like I did. I'm really glad I did. But boy,
if your selection is John Samanosuke Johnson, like you're gonna have a bad time.
When I was a international student, we had this girl. So I've got really lucky coming to Japan. My first term in Japan was basically cool people who were just in Japan because they were like, it's like, why are you in Japan? It was either this or this other place. So I came to Japan. Sounded interesting. It's like, any interest in learning Japanese culture? Nah, not really. Just here to like see what Japan's about.
Nah, I like ramen, bro.
Literally, it was like that. There was a kid who was like, just like sushi. Thought I'd come here and eat some real sushi.
Hell yeah, bro.
I was like, this guy's lit. I like this guy a lot. We can hang out.
Yeah.
And that was the first term. And it was great. And I thought, cool, this is what international students are like. And then the second term happened. And oh my God, the second term happened. There was a girl in the second term.
The weebs.
Oh my God, revenge. This girl, okay. So we're doing like self-introductions. we stand up. We're all giving our names. So we're like, hey, I'm Jordan. I've been here since first year. I'm your first year senpai. You guys need any advice or anything about Japan? Need help getting like pass modes? Hit me up. I hope you get a pass. Everyone's like, thanks. I was like, no worries, guys. It's all good. Go around the room. Everyone's cool. Hi, I'm this person. I'm from this place in America. Nice to meet you guys. Any interest? Oh, I like this anime thing. And it was like, it's pretty tame. I was like, yeah, I've seen that. Nice. Going around. We get to this girl. Okay. And I've forgotten her name. So I'm going to call her Suzanne. I don't fucking know. She stands up. She goes, hi, guys. My name's Suzanne. But you can call me by my Japanese name. Aki. And hang on. And everyone went, hi, Suzanne.
Hi, Suzanne. How are you?
Fuck's sake.
Okay, hang on. Let me guess. 3 guesses.
Go on.
I'll get it in one.
Go on.
Bitch was white.
How did you... David! How did you know?
How did I know?
David, are you a psychic?
I very well could be.
David, she was so white. So
white people.
White people crazy.
Hey, as your ambassador in this country, fucking stop.
Stop it.
Just fucking stop.
Stop it, guys.
You are not Japanese. You will never be Japanese. You can try, but you ain't gonna be Japanese.
Don't do it.
Don't do that shit.
Do not.
You look like a fucking idiot. This is like fucking Japanese people coming to, like America or the UK or Canada or wherever, being like, hello, my name is Bob. Like, dude, your name is not fucking Bob. Your name is like fucking Kenji. just don't. You look like a fucking idiot. Stop it.
Hello, my name is Tanaka, but please call me, Jeff.
Jeff. Yeah.
I want to be Jeff. It's don't do it. I hate when the only people who are allowed to give themselves weird Western names are Chinese people.
Yes.
And that's because their names are just hard to pronounce. And it's easier for them to have Western names. And I'm fine with that.
And in a lot of cases, a lot of them, depending on where they're from, like if they're from Hong Kong, you might have an English name.
Yeah, my friend is that. She has an English name and she has a Chinese name.
Yeah.
And I had no idea.
Yeah.
Like her mother was calling us. I was like, what does that mean? She's like, oh, it's my name. I was like, that ain't your fucking name.
Yeah.
The fuck? She's like, yeah, I have 2 names. I was like, legally? She's like, yeah.
Yep.
That's insane. I legally want to. I want like 5 different names, aliases and shit.
Yeah, like my friend, his Chinese name is like Lo Junto. Lo Junto. But then his English name is Alex.
Nice.
So he just goes by Alex, right? Because like it's very weird in Canada for everyone else who is not Chinese to be like, "Hey, Lo Junto, like,
Hey,
what's
Lo,
up?" Like,
hey,
like,
Lo Junto. What up,
or like
dude?
call him Mr. Lo. Like no one does that. It's just everyone just calls him Alex, and he's had that name since he was born.
That's so interesting.
But your name is not fucking Aki.
Your
so
name ain't
stop
Aki.
it.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it. Listen, wait. Stop it. No, honestly, there is like, I think there are tons of people who do that, and I don't know why. I want to say it's harmless, but it's so cringy. I can't.
It is like bordering on like just absolute maximum cringe for me.
It's so cringe, dude. Don't do
Because the reason that it drives me up the fucking wall is because it's always white people.
It's always white people.
It's always white people.
Yeah.
Because there's like really this like I think a lot of white people have this problem where like they don't feel connected to like a culture that they have. Like I think like if you had like someone who is like Italian or like French, like they have like that very strong connection back to like their country. But like in America, it's like, and Canada too, if you don't come from like a very Italian family, or you don't come from like a very Ukrainian family or whatever, right? You don't have that kind of like background culture that you're from, and you feel like, oh, I am this. Whereas they're like, I'm white, but I don't identify with anything, so I'm going to latch on to
Other cultures.
other cultures, specifically in this case Japanese, because maybe it's something I'm interested in or I identify with. But like at the end of the day, you have no idea about what living like a Japanese person is, the way that you're supposed to act. Like you don't know. Period. End of story.
You've actually hit a very interesting point. Like the same things in the UK. There's like a weird cultural void I found some people have, like, especially like white people, because obviously, guys, you guys don't know this. I'm half white, so I'll put that for you guys now. So there's a weird cultural void that like exists in a lot of sort of white culture where I think it's there's no strong lineage of like tradition or culture or music, so there's not much to like.
I mean, I think there is a lineage of tradition and culture. The only problem is that when you look at like British culture and history or American culture and history, a lot of it is tied to murdering other people and stealing shit.
Oh my god, yeah.
So,
the Empire. Oh my god,
so
Britain, stop.
When you look at it in that context, it's like, yeah, there's probably a reason why people have started to be like not identify with that culture, probably because it's
kind of fucked.
Yeah,
a
little bit.
But I think like what's it, England? So I'm Welsh. Not English, but English. The whole culture is very much conquering or being conquered.
Yeah.
For a lot of the time. Turned into a history podcast. Fantastic. But a lot of it is that England's been conquered, or they were the conquerors for a long time. So they didn't really, as much as they should have, I want to say, sort of created their own like sort of nice or niche culture. I mean, my other half is Jamaican, so
right, like
that's a strong culture, dude. That's like a whole dance, food. There's so much going on there. It's like, and I really appreciate that I've come from like two different cultures. So coming to Japan, I love it here, and like I'd hang out, like see all these new things that I could sort of like appreciate from like my standpoint. Yeah. And then there was this thing like it's always white people that ask me. They'll be like, "Oh, do you want to be Japanese?" And I was always like, "What do you mean? Do I want to be Japanese?" Like, "Oh, because you like Japan. You're always going to Japan." And I found it really strange. Like, what a weird question to ask someone. And now I kind of get it, because a lot of them who ask it are the ones that are sort of trying to latch on to Japanese culture or to like a different sort of.
The only time I want to be Japanese is when it gets me out of the government building faster.
Oh my god. Oh my god, yes.
When I no longer have to go to immigration.
Oh my
That's
god,
the only
yes.
time I want to be Japanese.
The only time I want to be Japanese is... When is the only time I want to be Japanese? Oh my god. I think never. Oh my god, I'm trying to think. Government building. Riding on a train, don't want to be Japanese.
Oh no, definitely not.
Getting onto an airplane, want to be Japanese.
Oh, you'd be tiny.
I'll be tiny.
You fit in
I'd
that seat
slot
like
in
no
there
problem.
nicely. It'd be so good, dude.
Just got room for another
like
person.
Tetris, line will be deleted so quickly.
I don't know.
God.
There's some pretty fucking tall Japanese people.
My God, yes. I am like, okay, guys. It's the guys who've never come to Japan before and they think, oh, I have these ideas of what Japan is. Delete those ideas right now.
Yep.
Delete them. Just delete them. Come with nothing in mind, and you'll have the best time. Come with nothing attached to it, and you'll have the greatest time here.
Yeah, I think that goes back to being an ALT as well.
Yeah.
Like, if you come to Japan with overblown expectations of like this magical fantasy wonderland, you're gonna hate your year.
Oh, you're gonna hate it.
You're gonna hate it.
People already left. It's like whatever month it is. What month are we in? December. No, November.
End of November. Last day of November.
Last day of November. So we're in November now. So people have come in March to Japan because I still talk to a lot of my AOT friends, and
They're already gone.
they're gone. They've already left because a lot of them come. The ones who leave are the ones that sometimes you sort of don't expect to leave. It's the ones that are like, I love Japan. It's the best place. The culture's gonna be. I can't wait to do all these really good things. And their idea of Japan is too strong. Like they have too high of an expectation of what Japan is.
It's because like the only interaction that they've had with Japan is absorbing it through like pop culture stuff. Right?
Yeah.
Like there's a very big disconnect with like what I can see, like if I like movies or like reading or like anime or like whatever you do, to having to live here
Yeah.
day in and day out.
Yeah.
Like you don't think like when you're sitting behind your computer screen watching whatever you're watching that, oh man, well it's 5:00 and I don't have food, so I have to go to the grocery store in Japan, and then I have to like know how to read what I want.
Yep.
Find how, go to the bank, get money. Like that's stuff that you don't think about, right?
Yeah.
So the second that they're faced with that kind of situation, it's like, what do I do, right? Like,
How do I do this?
How do I do this? I don't know how. You have to relearn how to do everything you do in daily life.
Pretty much.
That you think is easy suddenly is like turned up to 11 if you don't speak any Japanese. And even if you do speak Japanese, sometimes it's like, okay, well I speak Japanese, but I don't know how to read this kanji, or I don't know how to
Go to this place.
find something.
For me, it was like a supermarket.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted a good supermarket. And by good, I mean affordable. Because Japan has like they have so many supermarkets here. There are the station supermarkets, which are more like high class, a bit more expensive supermarkets. Then they have like cheaper supermarkets like Big A. My favorite is Big A. Very cheap, very affordable supermarket. And then like depending on where you want to go and what you want to buy, my God, it's going to be so difficult to actually find some affordable, delicious supermarket food. It's hard. Yeah, pretty much. That's kind of how supermarkets are.
Yeah.
Hate them.
Yeah, like I think for me, I've had multiple family members who were also ALTs.
Yeah.
So my expectation coming over was exactly what it is.
Oh, man. Dude.
So like nothing surprised me. People were like, oh, well this thing is this way, and like why don't they do it this way? And I'm like, yeah, that's normal. because I didn't have this grand expectation of like everything was going to be handed to me on a silver platter.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, okay, well, I need to make a bank account. And that might be just my own maturity about dealing with the situation. Like, I think I came over here older than most people do.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say, but that might be a factor.
I think because a lot of young people come here. Sometimes it's their first time living
out of house.
Yeah. So I think it's hard sometimes. So in those situations, maybe if it's your first time living alone out of the house, maybe Jet isn't the one to apply to.
Yeah.
I've heard that Jet is basically like, here's your house, here's your schools, well, goodbye.
Yeah, and then that is literally all the interaction you have with any kind of governing body, like a company or whatever.
I mean, our company that I used to work at, although it's hot trash, a hot mess. Once again, you want to know what company this is? hit me up on Instagram at Afro in Japan, and I will tell you the secrets
Yep.
of my shit company. But they will hold your fucking hand because they need numbers. Jet doesn't need numbers. That's a
No.
government program. Our company needs constant AOTs.
If Jet knows that like school ABC is not gonna get someone to teach there, they just go, well, sucks to be you.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
They don't care. But the company we used to work at, they're more like, we need AOTs who are going to be here for a long time. Who are gonna
Every single school.
Yeah, in every school, and who are going to be here consistently. So they're going to stay not just for 1 year, but for 2, 3, 4 years. And they
Right.
need those teachers. And because of that, they will hold your fucking hand. When we came here, every AOT who comes gets like a helper woman. Like a do you remember that?
Mrs. Kojima? She was so nice.
Babe, they will send you out with an old woman who lives in the area.
Yeah.
And they will take you to your bank. They will take you to your house. And they will set up all your shit for you.
Yeah.
Like, this woman was with me the entire day. And she took me to my house. She helped me, like, she was like, do you need help getting a passport? I was like, no, I have one. She's like, oh, what? Sugoi! Sugoi! I was like, is this bitch, the fuck you think this is?
Yeah.
Like, this one point, she was like, you have to write your name. And I was like, okay. So I wrote my name in, like, katakana. She was like, suge, katakana.
Yeah.
Suge. And I didn't have the heart to tell this bitch, yeah, I've been studying Japanese, like, in university. I can do this. But I was like, I'll let her. It's fine.
Yeah.
She's having a time of her life.
I don't know what you call it. My handler.
Handler. Your fucking handler.
My handler also too. She was like, she's like, oh, you need to fill out these forms for your bank account or whatever. And I looked her like dead in the face. I'm like, oh, do you need me to write in Romaji or do you need me to write in katakana? And she's like, oh, you can write in katakana. I'm like, yes.
Bitch, I ain't 7.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't. I know how to write my name. Even if I don't know how to write katakana, I should be able to write my name.
Yeah, literally. But it's so the company does a lot of hand holding. They'll hold your hand, they'll guide you around, they'll be like, this is this is that. And if there's a problem with your apartment, you can call your company.
Yeah.
Because the company we were in, they would sign the contract on sort of your behalf.
Mm-hmm.
They'll co-sponsor your contract and then they would sign it.
Yep.
So our company had a whole housing unit. So if you had an issue, you could call them and be like, oi, sort this out.
Yep.
Let's sort it out. Like it was so easy. There's a time I called my landlord because my pipes froze over, but I was in a leopardis. So
What are you gonna do?
what are you gonna do? It's a shitty leopardis. So I called them and I was like, yo, my pipes are frozen over. Can someone come deal with this? And they were like, oh, just like leave the water running for a bit or whatever. It'll like unfreeze itself. I was like, cool. All right, we'll do. But it didn't unfreeze itself. So I was like, what?
It's still frozen.
It was still like a couple hours later, it was still fucked. I was like, this is really strange. It's not that cold. Why is it so fucked? So I called my company. I was like, oi, someone deal with this. Literally, the words, oi, can someone come deal with this? And they sent someone out to deal with it. And it was easy. Rather than me constantly having to call the landlord and be like, please
fix your
come
shit.
and fix this. Having the company to back you sometimes, it's pretty good. It's pretty fucking good. Not gonna lie.
Well, I mean, Leo Palace gets kickback because like they're housing everyone from the company, right? Like they have like a deal with the company to house people, so it's in their best interest not to lose that kind of contract.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think so. In saying that, yeah, having the big company behind you, it does help. But oh man, fucking shit. I hate it. I hated it so much. Okay, hold on. We did come to Japan.
Yeah.
Being LT, what you need to do, getting used to it. Getting used to it's hard. You just gotta grind.
Some people don't.
Some people don't. What was the last thing I'm gonna talk about? I forgot what it was.
What to expect, like actually at your school?
Oh man. Fuck.
Kind of, I guess. Or
I think that's like a harder one
yeah,
because there are good schools and bad schools, and
I think like that. This is probably gonna be the shortest.
very short.
Point.
Yeah, it all depends on your school.
Yeah.
That's it. It's boy, it all depends on your school.
Yeah.
You have a good school.
Personally, for me, like I've been at the same school for 3 years, all 3 years,
Nice.
and great.
So good.
Love my principal.
Nice.
Love my English teachers. Some more than others, but most of them are okay. Kids are great, but like there's other people in the same coup that they are just like the what's it called? Their school is just garbage. Like
Garbage schools.
it is literally garbage. So how do I explain? His school is in like a
Rural area?
industrial area.
Oh, wow. Industrial area?
Yeah,
Okay.
literally directly next to the school is a recycling plant.
Are you fucking serious?
No, yeah, like right next to the school.
Nice.
So all the kids that go there are like factory workers' kids,
Oh, wow.
and they're all poor, and it sucks, and they have shit attitudes because they're like, why am I wasting my time? Because school is such a fucking waste of time.
Yeah.
They just have bad attitudes. They don't want to be there, and like imagine that you have to go to that school every day to teach kids who don't
wanna be
give
there.
a singular fuck
Dude.
about your stupid white ass
Yeah.
up in the front of the
Class. Dancing around like a fucking monkey. Yeah.
hey kids, today we're gonna learn about how to.
Is this junior high school?
Yeah.
Oh, man, dude.
So
Seriously.
like those kids don't give a shit about English grammar or speaking English. Like they're in what is essentially like a Japanese ghetto.
Yeah. They're pretty much like, listen, we know how far we're going.
Yeah.
Well, I pretty much came from the ghetto in the UK, and I feel like I know what helped me study hard to get out of those situations. And like in being an AOT, you really have to, because you're not a teacher.
No.
You're not a teacher.
Do not get that confused. You are not
You
a
are
teacher.
not a teacher. Do not go around saying to people you're a teacher. You're an assistant language teacher.
I can say I'm a teacher
You can say you're a teacher
because I am.
because you fucking are. I never did. I would never tell them I'm a teacher. They're like, what do you do? I was like, oh, I teach English. Oh, you're a teacher? No. That's not what I said. I teach English in schools as an assistant. That's all I do. And I think this is a point for later on. I'm gonna put a pin in that. That's for bad schools. But for good schools, when you have it really good, you're gonna be fine.
Mm-hmm.
You are gonna be fine.
Yeah.
I know tons of people have really good relationships with their schools. Like the days are like they fly by. God, it's so easy. So jealous. Because my schools were not easy. I had some fucking trash schools, my man. God,
Yeah. I've heard
God
many a story.
damn, I shouldn't say schools or plural. I had one school, and there was one teacher at this
Are we
one
going to
school.
move into nightmare schools?
We're gonna talk about
Okay, let's do it.
nightmare schools, because then I can like talk about how I like use what I had to like sort of make the school a bit better. So with this nightmare school, it wasn't the school itself. It was just one teacher, the eigo tanto, or the head of English. Now, this woman was stubborn to a fucking fault. She would not listen when you tell her her English is wrong, because it's elementary school. Let me be clear here. Junior high school, pretty much, if you're good, all the English teachers speak English. You're in a shitty school, or maybe the English teachers don't speak English.
I think that's a pretty big divide between junior high school and
Elementary school.
Elementary school is that in junior high school, because English is much more of a requirement to get into high school.
Yeah.
Every teacher there is usually pretty good at English.
Yeah.
Depending on where you are. In
Yeah.
Tokyo, it's because there's more teachers. There's a bigger pool to pull from. They're usually good, but like
Deeper into the countryside, yeah,
deeper
it gets
in
a
the
bit.
countryside, it
varies.
Especially if Jet's sending you to fucking Gifu, you can bet your ass that dude don't speak English.
Mm-hmm. But then in saying that, because they need the English to get into high school, there is a greater focus on teaching a good English lesson.
Yeah.
On making sure that the kids have understood the grammar points. So they'll use you more. Even if it's just a tape recorder, they'll still use you.
Had those classes.
Man, but at least they're using you.
Yeah.
Elementary school, for the most part, you are the main teacher. Because these guys do not speak English. And if you have a situation where you have a teacher who speaks English, there are only two types. There are the three types, forgive me. Very confident in my English, very happy to work together, everything's grand. Speaks a little English, to no English, ooh, let's work together. Then there's the worst type. Speaks kind of good to a lot of English, and is fucking arrogant as fuck. And that was my eigo tanto, my head of English. This woman would not take anything I said seriously. She kept saying idioms instead of vocabulary.
Yeah, you're telling me about this.
Idioms instead of vocabulary. So she stands with the middle of the class and she goes, okay guys, we're gonna learn about something new today. じゃあみんな新しいのトピック今日はすごい楽しみですよね。Why? じゃあ Jordan Sensei, please come here, Jordan Sensei. I'm like, hey guys. She's like, Jordan Sensei, what are today's idioms? And I look at her and I'm like, what? She's like, please read today's idioms. I'm like, idioms? I was like, why are we learning idioms? I thought we were learning about animals. Do you mean animals? I'm like, do you mean animals, Sensei?
because the question is so dumb
Yeah,
that you think she's made a mistake that.
Yeah, I'm like, Sensei, do you mean animals? Because today we're learning about animals. And she's like, no, idioms. Dog, cat, bear, lion. I was like, Sensei, idioms? Vocabulary? She's like, she wouldn't listen. This is during class. I'm like, okay, I'll correct her afterwards. Everything's fine. We'll do it afterwards.
Because the kids don't
Because the kids don't know the difference, but it's a giant mistake. But
you should probably not be, like, the kids don't know the difference, but, like, you should probably teach them correct English anyway.
yeah, so I was like, I'll nip this in the bud later on. Lesson finishes, everything's grand. I'm like, Sensei, if you have a second, vocabulary is the word you're looking for. Goi, vocabulary. Idioms is stuff like, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. One in the hand is worth two in the bush. 2 birds with 1 stone. That's idioms. I was like, vocabulary. She's like, okay. Hi. Thank you. She didn't change it. A year on, every fucking time. Idioms. To the extent where other teachers would come and be like, Jordan, today's idioms, we're going to do... I was like, why are you saying idioms? I was like, we're having a meeting. I had a big meeting with all the English teachers, because any teacher's an English teacher. And I basically had to say to them, this is a meeting without the head of English.
Yeah.
This is when I ousted her, as I have so many stories. This school was so funny. I want to write a book about the drama of this school, because it is a saga in itself. So I had a secret meeting without the head of English because no one liked her. Make this clear. And I basically told them,
yeah, I wonder why.
Baby, I'm telling you, this fucking woman. And I told them, if you have a question about English, come and ask me. Don't ask her, because she's going to give you the wrong English, then I'm going to have to correct your English. Just come and ask me. And they're like, oh, Jordan Sensei, you're really busy. I'm like, it doesn't matter, because I'm leaving soon anyway. Don't give a fuck. Come and ask me. And thus, I became the de facto head of English. I became the ego tanto. And like, we had a ranking system, and it went principal, vice principal, me. And that was like the ranking of power in the school. It was so fucking funny. But you will get some fucking shitty teachers like that, and it's just gonna make your life so hard.
And I don't get where the arrogance comes from.
Where does it come from? It's elementary school English.
Well, it's not even that. English. It's like your English is not good enough anyway. But like, because your English is not good enough, what do you have to be arrogant about?
Exactly. What do you have to be arrogant about?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord help me. The worst thing is like,
it's like dude who like finally does a dunk in basketball, being like, I could be Michael Jordan.
I'm the
it's
greatest.
Like, no, you can't.
Greatest.
Like, stop.
Stop. But that's honestly I think some of the worst schools are the ones where you either have like teachers who don't care, or teachers who are too arrogant to ask for help or to improve upon their own English abilities. And those are really bad schools. If you have those schools, guys, good luck.
I feel for you.
Man, it's hard. It is. It was awful. I hated going to those schools. That school. Sorry, I should just say that school.
Yeah.
Hated it. It was one of the reasons I quit in the end. Like, I was at my desk actively looking for jobs, like in Japanese. So everyone could like see me.
Yeah.
Looking for work at my desk. I'd go and make coffee, leave it on the screen. People walking past my desk, go to the printer, just like, oh, Jordan's dipping shit. Like,
it's a whole thing. For me, it's got to the point where I've told my principal, like, yo, I'm not coming back next year. And he's like, oh, really? Like, what are you going to do? I'm like, well, I'm not working here because...
Boy, that's like, for sure.
I'm like, but I'm doing it in a lot more respectful way because I actually like my principal.
Yeah.
And he's not a dickhead. And he actually gives a shit about the school, where there's some other schools where I don't think that's the case.
Yeah. So if you get a really bad school, English is the lowest peg on the totem of things to study. So if a lesson is going to be cancelled for another lesson to replace it, yeah, it's going to be English every time.
Yep.
It's going to be English. I have teachers now who've just worked this out. Like, why do my lessons keep getting cancelled randomly? And you got to tell them, like, because your lessons don't matter.
Yeah.
Like those are the ones that can be wiped off the timetable and replaced.
And like that's the unfortunate thing, right? Because
Yeah.
it's like, you know, I always ask my kids, like, they had a test last week. I'm like, how'd your English test go? And they're always like, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad, it's
Yeah.
bad. Every time it's bad,
Yeah.
right? And I'm like, well, I've been teaching you for 3 years. Like, what's your problem? And it's just because nobody cares.
Yeah.
Nobody cares enough to study English to a level that is like where you should be proficient after studying for 3 years.
Yeah.
And that's just the reality of the situation. And I think like maybe people coming in who like have this idea, who don't know what it is to be an ALT, come in and have this idea like, I'm teaching English, and then by year 3, if you've been at the same school by year 3, you'd be like, nothing I have done has helped these children one damn bit, but the fault is with the system and the system's like enforcement on the kids, where like they don't care because the system doesn't care.
Yeah.
So why should they put in the effort if it doesn't matter ultimately?
Let me tell you very quickly what I did. So I taught in elementary school, which is good. They're young still. There were kids who hate English. There were kids who love English. And I used to I was like a rock star at these schools. It was insane. Because to be fair, I've been chatting a lot of shit about English teaching. I was really good at it. Like, it's a damn crime how good at English teaching I was. That sounds so fucking arrogant, but it's true.
Yo, ego tanto, tone it down.
Yo, I'm gonna tone that shit up. I was really good at it because I spoke Japanese. Would hang out with the kids just normally. We'd just play around. Like, I know tons of really good English teachers in Kanagawa as well, and they they do the same things I do. They just hang out with the kids, teach English, play around, and we're trying to get across these English lessons to these kids.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we're just trying to show them, like, listen, English is fine. Like, learn it. If you want to learn it, learn it. If you don't learn it, don't learn it. But just try your best. That's what matters.
I think where I see that kind of success is with students who like want to do the speech contests and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The kids who actually like English, then I give a shit, because those kids are putting themselves out there and they're actually trying hard, and usually their English is like, comparatively to their peers, is like miles ahead.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like those kids, I will give you the time of day because I feel like I can actually make a difference with that student.
Yeah.
But like for the most part, like just be cordial with your students. Like if they want to talk to you.
Yeah,
like I have this kid in 3rd year, and I've taught him for 3 years, and like I don't know this kid's name because I teach 800 kids, and I'm not gonna memorize every Kenji I meet.
Yeah.
But like me and this kid just chat shit about games all the time.
Nice.
He's like, hey, Mr. D, like, do you play blah blah blah? I'm like, yeah, I do. He's like, oh, really? Like, oh, that's cool. Like, what do you like about this game and blah blah blah? And like, I'll just have like before class, I'll have like a 10-minute conversation with this kid, and because I have that kind of conversation with that kid, he is never a problem in my class.
Yeah.
It's the other stupid fucking kids who act like goddamn idiots that I have a problem with. And those kids never talk to me, or like they're being real cheeky assholes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I tell them in Japanese, I'm like, why are you being an idiot?
Yeah.
I'm like, you look like an idiot.
Stop
it.
It's not cool.
It's not. Yeah.
And that's an issue in junior high school. So in junior high school, and
chunibyo, man.
Dude, it's fucking chunibyo. Fucking teenage angst, dude.
Yeah.
Teenage angst. I think elementary school, you don't have that as much, or at all for that matter.
Yeah.
Kids are a bit more, what's what I'm looking for? They don't focus. That's the issue. So you've got to be constantly capturing these kids'
doing something.
Focus. So I remember at the end of my 1st year teaching English, I got this letter from this kid, and it based it in English. She wrote it in English. This is like 5th grade kids. The letter goes in English: I used to hate English, but now I don't hate it as much.
As much. I still hate it, though.
She still hates it, but not as much. I was like, oh my God, thank you. And then in a 6th grade, the final letter I got from this kid said, I used to hate English, but I really like Jordan Sensei. And now I also like English. And I was like, tears. I was like,
good. Yeah, like that's
you.
The kind of thing you want at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a shit if the kid can speak English.
Don't care.
But if the kid likes English by the time I'm done with that kid,
I'm good.
I've succeeded in my job.
What I want to do, yeah. I'm not trying to. You are not gonna get these kids fluent, and that's no fault of your own.
No,
it's the curriculum that they've put in place in schools are terrible. They're way behind every other country when it comes to English learning here. So and English teaching here.
Yeah.
Unless these kids like really get a passion for like English and like speaking it, and decide to go to like an Eikaiwa or like some after school English stuff.
Yeah, at your Juku or whatever.
Yeah, Juku or whatever. They're not, or like private lessons. They're not gonna get fluent.
Nope.
But so your job as an AOT is to teach English, but also you kind of got to inspire kids, and that's like cheesy as fuck. But you got to be cool. You got to be cool enough to inspire these fucking kids.
You need to be the Eric Cartman.
You need to be the fucking.
How do I reach these kids?
How do I reach these kids? And that's what you need to do. So I went back to my old area a little while ago for my birthday.
Oh, you talking? Yeah,
yeah.
I saw this video.
The video. Bumped into all these mums and these kids, and it was these kids that I used to teach. One's in junior high school now, like a first grade kid, and the rest are in like various years of elementary school. This kid screamed my name. I looked behind me, and it's all these kids and their mums. This one kid is almost crying because I've not seen her in like a year. This kid's in tears. She's like, Jordan Sensei, I miss you so much. I love English now. Like, I can speak English really well now because I've been studying. And it's all in Japanese. I was like, really? She starts speaking to me in English. Like, really good English. I was like, no fucking way. The mums are like, you're the greatest. Like, and that's what I'm here for. That's what I was there for. I was there to try to get these kids to at least like English.
I think that's the hardest part, right?
That is the hard. And it's the hardest part.
And I get that because, like, in Canada, you have to study French the same way that kids here have to study English.
Oh, okay.
But the problem is that I didn't have no cool fucking French teacher come to my house. I had some old, 70-year-old lady come in and teach me how to parlez-vous en français.
No.
And that shit fucking sucked.
Yep. Sucks.
I'm just like, I don't give a fuck about French.
Yeah.
I literally, because of that, the situation, I do not give a shit about ever learning French.
Yeah. I had that in Spanish as well. Like, my Spanish teacher was okay. She was fun, but I don't know. She didn't inspire a great deal of enthusiasm in the classroom. And thus, today my Spanish is so subpar. And I feel it's because her teaching style wasn't, I don't want to say good.
Yeah.
Didn't resonate with me. And I think in elementary school and junior high school, for me, I speak more for elementary school. You've really got to get to their level. You got to have these fun lessons, also that are teaching really well.
Yeah.
You got to be young and energetic. You got to be able to like go outside and play with these kids, have lunch in their fucking classrooms, and just sort of
do not hide in the staff room.
Yeah, don't hide in the staff room. Walk around, high five these kids. Like, so
unless you're like me and it's year 3 and I don't want to talk to any of those kids,
no,
and then I'll
man,
hide in the staff. Actually, that's not true. I actually go hang out with my special needs kids the most.
Yeah, they're cool.
Because they're the best.
Yeah.
Like, it's so weird that the special needs kids who are supposed to be the kids with like learning disabilities, so they don't know how to do this, those are the kids who seem to give a shit the most about English when I show up, and they're like, yeah, like, hell yeah, it's English class, let's go. And I'm like, all right, sweet.
Nice.
Whereas my other third years are just like disattached fucking automatons, and they don't do anything. And I'll like ask them a question, what'd you do this weekend? And they just look at me like
Juku. I went to Juku.
No,
like,
not even that.
Not even that?
They just look at me like nothing.
Your kids
and I'm
suck.
like, what did you do on the weekend? And like, and they just sit there. I'm like, you did nothing, and just silence. And I'm like,
dude, your kids,
they suck. They absolutely suck. you
so my you have these AOT meetings. So one of these meetings, the what, I forgot it was the head teacher.
Yeah,
we were talking about enthusiasm in the schools, because their entire thing was that after year 1 or after a few months of year 1, the enthusiasm levels drop of the kids. This was the whole thing. They were like, enthusiasm drops after year 1, and then after that, how do you build them back up again? Mine happened in the year so fast. I was like, hi, I'm on year 2, and enthusiasm is the highest it's ever been. So what the fuck are you people doing here? That enthusiasm is so low in your schools. I need to find out what's going on there. And everyone's like, everyone's like laughing. Okay, cool. And I was like, no, because they thought I was like just being stupid, normal. Jordan doesn't care about these meetings, so he's like throwing a wrench in the situation. He's Jordan, so they're like just gonna blow over my comment. And I was like, no, guys, I'm fucking serious. what are you doing in your schools that enthusiasm is so low in year 2? I don't understand. Like, my school, it's crazy. They invented a new janken about me. Do you know what it's like?
No, you haven't told me.
So I have a giant afro, so everyone tries to touch my hair all the time. And I was like, guys, no. We have a rule. You can't touch my hair. Here's the rule. Once a day, you can challenge me to janken. And if you win that janken, rock, paper, scissors, you can touch my hair. Simple.
Yeah.
You win the janken, touch my hair. If you lose the janken, the next day, you can try again. The kids were like, yes, this game's good. So it used to be just like, Jordan Sensei, Afro janken, yay, die. I want to play Afro janken. Janken, pot. And then you decide. This one kid, his thing was, he'd run up to you and be like, from the other end of the hall. So he'd be like, Jordan Sensei! I turn around to this kid, he's like, Afro Sawari Tai Janken! And that was his like, I want to touch Jordan's hair. Janken was like, I want to touch your hair, rocks, scissors, paper, go kind of thing. Afro Sawari Tai Janken Pon. And that was the whole thing. And every kid did that. It was like their go-to thing. And they would run up to me like, Afro Sawari Tai Janken Pon. And there was like tons of shit like that. And it was fun. It was so much fun. I was in this being explaining like, we have all these cool games and shit. Like, what are you guys doing with your students that your lessons, that the enthusiasm is so like down in your schools? And in hearing these, I became like the low key like head of this meeting. And it's like, they were basically like, oh, you know, after I have lunch with the kids still. And I'm like, when you have lunch with the kids, you speaking English? Like, yeah, I was like, stop doing that. So the company says when you have lunch with the kids, you have to speak English. But then the company also says...
That's some hot bullshit.
That's some hot bullshit. Because the company also says when you have lunch with the students, it's like your break time still. Yeah. It's meant to be a break time. So if it's a break time, why am I doing English lessons?
The only damn time I'm talking to English with... oh, man, my English bad there.
Oh, man.
My English bad.
My English bad. Go on.
I do not know English very well. Okay, no, but the only time I'm talking English to my students is in English class.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to waste my time being like, oh, how are you? Are you okay? What are you doing today? I'm just like, no. I'm like, speak them in Japanese because
it's lunchtime.
Yeah, one, it's lunchtime.
Stop it.
2 is that the kid is more likely to engage with you on a personal level in a language they might be able to actually fucking understand. Yeah. Even if you don't understand, that's not the point.
This goes back to point 1 and or point 0, which is study Japanese. Study Japanese. Because my in the first few months when I was doing only English, I don't speak Japanese jokes, like whatever, they'd be like, oh, this teacher doesn't speak Japanese, they'll speak a little English to you at lunchtime, but then very quickly it will just die out, the conversation, because these are kids. They can't hold a conversation in English for more than like 5 minutes max, maybe.
Hello, how are you?
Do you like
I'm fine,
this?
Thank you. And you?
Literally.
Do you like cats?
Then it's finished.
I like cats.
Then it's finished.
Yep.
That's it. The conversation's done. Then as the year progresses, they'll learn a few more things in English, but apart from that, that's it. You're done. Like, the lesson's over.
Be like, do you like cats? A lot?
A lot? Yeah. Jordan, I had that. Jordan Sensei, do you like cats? Yes, I do. Do you like cats? A lot? Yes, I do. Me too. Conversation finished.
Yep.
Speak Japanese to the kids at lunchtime. It's way more fun. And then during lessons as well, they're more open to like study English because they go, oh, Jordan Sensei speaks Japanese. I'm going to try my best to speak English so I can speak to Jordan Sensei in English as well. And that's how it should be. It's the best way to do it. Honestly.
Some of my kids, actually, this happened this week. Some of my kids, like, I know they know the answer in English.
Yeah.
And, like, they'll, like, say it under their breath. Like, it's whatever.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm up at the front of the class, and my 2 other teachers are there just, like, doing fuck all because that happens too often. But I can hear the kid in, like, the back going, like, I know what the answer is.
Yeah.
And I just stand at the front of the class, like, cup my ear, and I just go, huh? And they all just start laughing. And I'm like, one more time? Like, I can't hear you. Like, speak up. Like, I know you know the answer. Stop being a dickhead.
It's really good.
Like,
I think that's good. You gotta build like these really fun rapport things with schools as well, with classes, in order to get like a really fun lessons going on, and that's fun for the kids. But more importantly, it's fun for you.
Yeah,
My
you
entire
actually want to go.
Yeah, my entire like philosophy on teaching English in Japan was, if I'm not having fun, we're not doing this lesson. It was that, like, I'd have teachers come to me, Jordan says, good lesson, we're gonna play this game, and it's like a shit game. They've just like pulled out of like some English book, not really read the rules properly, put it on my desk, like, we're gonna play this game because like they were meant to plan a lesson, didn't do it properly, and we're like, well, we'll do this. And you, as an English teacher, as an AOT in Japan, you can tell them, no, we're not doing this. Because I've done that. I've been like, no, we're not doing this. This is a shit boring lesson. The class isn't going to want to play this game.
Right.
We're going to play a new game instead. Like, invent new games. Like, I had a folder full of games I'd made for this school. And I gave the folder to the next AOT. And then he'll, pass that folder to the next one, the next one.
You hope, yep.
Yeah, so, because these are games that I've done really well in the school. These are games that kids are really enjoying in the school. So I'm like, good. Keep playing these games for a couple years. Keep it on. Like, this works in the school. This system is fucking flawless. Keep it up. But then the teacher that preceded me in one of my schools decided, I'm not going to play these games. I'm going to play the company mandated games. And boy, have I got line messages from those teachers telling us how much they miss me and how shit this new teacher is. Because if you follow the line of the company to the letter, you are going to have a fucking shit time. Kids are going to hate the games because the games are shit. The games the company makes are fucking shit.
I will say, I think some of those games are okay, but the way that they are presented by the company is shit.
Yeah.
You need to take those games and be like, what can I do to make these better? Because there's a good idea here.
Yeah, but the execution
is bad.
Yeah, the execution is so bad every time.
Yeah.
In the elementary school, awful.
I've never seen the elementary school
Oh,
ones, so.
baby, the elementary school games are bad. They're so bad. For the elementary school games, all you need to do is play normal, like, drama-style PE games with an English twist to it. And you'll have a good time. Like, make a snake game or the train game.
Yeah.
Play that game, but in English. Question and answer style game things. Fucking simple. We played outside once with, like, there was, like, four, like, sixth grade classes. We played a massive make a train game.
Oh shit! You actually went outside?
Oh, we went outside, boy.
Man,
we went
I wish I could do that.
We went outside. So like, the teacher was like, Jordan. So this is when I became the Ego Tanto. They were like, Jordan, we want to teach this lesson with these two sixth grade classes. There was a clash in the timetable.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no! I was like 6-1 and 6-2 at the same time. They were like, oh no! And I was like, 6-3 and 6-4 have P at the same time? It's like, yeah, they're doing like this thing together. I was like, hold on. I have an idea. So we taught one massive PE English class.
Yeah.
We played this giant game of like make a snake. It was insane. And then we played I think it's called Stuck in the Mud or Scarecrow or something. You tag someone, they got to stand still.
Oh, freeze tag.
Freeze tag, yeah. We played that, but we played that with English.
Yeah.
Literally, the exact same rules as free tag, only to freeze someone, you have to come up to them and ask them a question like, do you like whatever? And they go yes or no. Oh, sorry, it's do you like, you gotta ask them like, do you like broccoli? And if they say no, you gotta ask them a new question.
Yeah.
Do you like cake? Yes, you're free. That was the game. Fucking easy.
Yeah.
But did well. It did fucking well. And if you tag someone and the person moves before they answer the question, you're both frozen. And we have like that's the thing.
Someone being a referee.
Yeah. So the other team that's tagging people, they're also refs.
Right.
So if they go, why, like you didn't answer the question properly, you have to freeze. The refs rule is golden. The refs like always has the last word. It was a good game. I played as well. Fucking rocked it.
Yep.
Dude, it was fun. But stuff like that's really good. It makes class fun. It makes it interesting, and it stops you from being fucking bored every day. Honestly.
Yep.
But yeah, it's pretty. I loved it. Good times. Good times. I mean, I'm glad I stopped.
Yeah.
Teaching English, but it was fun while I was doing it. Honestly, it was really good.
Do we want to talk about how to get out of being? I feel like that is a bigger topic. But I think it's a bigger topic that relates back to 2.0 is learn fucking Japanese.
Learn Japanese. We should touch this actually. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I
think
feel
so.
like we'll touch on this because I feel like a lot of people listen to the whole thing hoping for something about how to escape.
What should I do after my year is up, or after my 2 years or 3 years or whatever?
Yeah. So I think a really important part of stopping being an English teacher, graduating from teaching English in Japan, and doing something else in Japan. I think obviously learn Japanese. It's so essential. It's so important. Like
it touches everything, right?
it touches everything. The reason I got the job I got now is because I can speak and read and write Japanese.
Yep.
It's pretty much it. Like, because I could do it, they were like, cool, you can like work here.
Yep.
That's a really key point in trying to get out of it. And in saying that, you need to make sure you're studying at a level where you're not just teaching English and studying Japanese for like 5-6 years. Up your level. You have time. 2-3 hours a day, 2 hours a day. Get your studying done. Just so in 2 years you have that foundation.
Yep.
That's,
Even if you don't use it, like,
yeah,
if you're gonna go home after your 2 years, that looks good on a resume. Like, dude, I know how to speak 2 languages.
looks good on a resume.
It doesn't matter what you do after the fact, but that's gonna look good.
And the worst thing is, if you do go back, this is a trap.
Yeah.
So if you're here for like 2-3 years, and then at the end of it, you're like, okay, I'm going back to home country to like live there forever now. How are you gonna get a job? Because you now have a massive void in your CV where you've been an English teacher for like 3 years. Now, unless like David, you've actually got an English teaching degree and you've actually done this and you can do this professionally. That, oh boy, that void of just English teaching is useless. Because the first question any employer is going to ask you.
But what are you doing? I think you can spin it. If you're smart.
Yeah, if you're smart, you can spin it. But one of the first questions they're going to ask every time is, you lived in Japan for 3 years? Yeah, great. Do you speak Japanese?
Nope.
And they're like, this guy's fucking retarded. Why was he there for what were you doing for 3 years? Then you got to make up some bullshit about the culture and how it changed you or something. But, Lord.
Yeah, if you're coming here, make sure you go home learning something.
Yeah.
At, like, a skill. I don't care what it is. Any skill.
Learn
if you learn to become a fucking samurai, I mean, that's better than nothing.
Boy, it's better than fucking nothing, honestly.
Yeah.
Learn something.
Learn something. Like, I'm really good at kendo now, but that doesn't help me with my warehouse job, but...
Boy, at least they're like, this guy's diligent, he learned kendo. You can be like, it's fine.
Work security and hit people with the baton. There you go.
Fucking sick, dude. That's some good shit. Imagine, oh my god, you try to rob something, like, and the guy coming after you knows kendo, and his baton...
he's got a fucking shinai.
His baton is, like, as big as, like, a kendo blade. And you're running from this, like, stop that man. This guy's like, it is time. It pulls out this fucking kendo blade baton.
Just one hit right to the center of the forehead.
Just knocks you out. You're like on the floor. He's like, I have defeated you. It's like, why are you talking like that? You're white. You're just on the floor, like, just concussed.
Kendo sword just flips around.
Shink. I puts it back in the fucking sky.
Does a bow, walk away, don't even pick the guy up.
Pick the guy up.
He's dead now.
He's dead now. So good.
I have defended my company's honor.
I have defended this Walmart.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's
fucking,
so funny.
Fucking Walmart samurai.
Fucking the fucking boss of Walmart, like the company manager, like, you gotta stop hitting people with the kendo thing.
This is the third time you've been to HR. And quite frankly, we hired you as a security guard, but we just can't keep you around.
You can't just keep knocking out kids for stealing gum. You just can't keep doing it. He's like, I must defend the Walmart. And he's like, no, listen, and stop talking like that.
Yeah, but we have a no chase policy. Just stop doing it.
Stop doing it. Listen, dude, and stop talking like that. We've had so many complaints. What do you mean?
Like, what do you mean?
What do you mean? Listen, stop it. Your name is Frank. Frank Jones. Who is this Frank Jones? Call me by my Japanese name, Tanaka.
Why does he have 2 last
So good. But yeah, dude.
Just reads the book of 5 rings at fucking lunch.
He's like, yes.
Minamoto Musashi's my god.
I have ascended. Oh my god. Humans. Study some Japanese. Study some damn Japanese. Then at least when you go back, you'll have something. Oh, So then if you're gonna stay in Japan and you want to find a new job here,
Yeah.
Whatever area it's in, start freelancing in that area if you can.
If you're a writer, start workshopping your not
Yeah.
workshopping. What do they call it? It's freelancing, but like when you send it out to like multiple people and see who will like want to buy.
Oh, yeah. Just like send your application out to everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
send out. So companies get tons of like freelancing things a day.
Yeah.
So they're gonna they want samples of what you've done before.
Mm-hmm.
So apply for different companies. Say you want to work as freelance, you can do this and this and this. Send them like your. Most don't like blogs, so send them like things that you've written before.
Yeah.
Like dissertations is good. Like old articles you've done is pretty good. Send them out, and hopefully you'll get something back. I got a few back. I was freelancing a bit before I changed my career into like permanent media-esque work. But I got that because, one, Japanese, two, I was freelancing pretty heavily before I did it. Freelance. And keep your skills sharp. Like, you'll dull here if you're just here teaching English every day, day in, day out.
Yep.
Also, a very important part of escaping is networking.
Oh God, yeah. That I would say is probably like the number one, maybe number two thing you need to do, and that goes back to speaking Japanese. If you can network yourself into a job, it is so much easier than having to apply to places.
Good. Oh my God, it's so good. Networking here is key. So go to like events where that's sort of in the area you want to work in.
Yeah.
Try to find like those circles that you have. If you find people who are interesting, keep in contact with them. Like those people will come in handy. It's insane. And using these networking skills are really important in Japan. Probably way more important than in the UK or even America.
There's a reason why there's like 15 nomikai a year.
Yeah. There's a reason there's like fucking tons of nomikai a year, honestly. Like, I think I met like someone really high up in Honda when I was in like a Rugakse in Tokyo. And I spoke like a little bit of Japanese, and he was like, wow, your Japanese is great. You should come work for me. Here's my card. And I'm like, dude, if I lived here right now, I'd be pissing myself with joy. Because when someone hands you a meishi, their business card, that means like...
Oh, you've done something right that they actually give enough of a shit to give you a personal business card.
Yeah.
Because business cards here,
Gold.
like, that is like a very... like symbol of respect type thing.
Yeah.
And like if someone in that kind of position who's like high up at a big company gives you their business card, not only is it just like a formality thing, like, oh, I should do this.
Yeah.
Like you've done something to actually be legitimately interesting enough that, hey, maybe you should call me about
something project
right?
we can work on
you
together.
have a way to contact me now, right? If they didn't care, they wouldn't give you one.
Yeah. So you can always tell as well. So if you meet someone for the first time, you and you're like you're the kohai. You're sort of lower down than they are, and you instigate the business card meishi trading, and it's very just like, oh, yoshigashimasu. It's very normal trade, very very lackluster.
Yeah.
Then it's kind of like, we had to do this. This is giri meishi bunka. We had to trade.
I'm trying to work up.
Yeah, you're trying to work up, but if that person gets his fucking card thing out and he's ready to trade that card with you
First, yeah.
Listen, nice. That's what you want. That is exactly what you want. So networking is really good here as well. So to round up, very quickly, study Japanese. Make sure you're freelancing or like honing the skills of things you want to go to.
Spending your time wisely.
Spend your fucking time wisely, guys. Oh my God. And then network.
Yep.
That's it. That's all you need to do. It's honestly, there are so many jobs here that's not English teaching. It's not hard to get out when you're ready.
Hey, if you have a degree or like some skill with IT stuff, there are so many jobs you can get that you're golden.
Yeah.
Like there's jobs like I get paid like 2.4 million yen a year. I've seen jobs upward of 8.
Yeah, I've seen that.
16
Yeah,
million.
yeah. And that's
Like-
literally just to sit in a room like programming stuff.
Look up stuff on fucking Stack Overflow.
Fucking Stack Overflow.
I don't know how to write this in Python. You type it into Google and look it up on Stack Overflow, and like that's your job.
That's your job.
8 million yen.
It's insane. It's just insane.
Yep.
But guys, being an OT, it's okay. A 5 out of 10, good effort. Up to 6.5 out of 10, depending on your location and company.
It can be good, but like
It's not long term.
Don't stay there longer than you have to.
Yeah.
Or if you're like me in my case, where I am a teacher and I want to move out of being an ALT, but I want to stay in teaching.
Yeah.
You can find international schools that will let you teach in English as the teacher.
Yeah.
They're harder to get.
They are.
You need a degree.
Yeah.
But if you can find them,
They're pretty good.
they're good.
That's the thing. So I think a lot of the times people come here and you very much overstay your shit. Like, so you gotta remember, after a while, so after year 1, your tax goes up, your healthcare goes up. You'll need a part-time job if you've not saved your shit well.
Yep.
If you manage your money badly, like I did.
If you've had Shibuya party night every weekend,
Yes,
you in
I
trouble.
did. Oh, yes, I did. Listen, as a man who manages money very poorly, when second year came, I was not prepared for that hike in tax.
See, I'm different. When
Yeah,
second
dude.
year came, I had moved out of my house.
Oh, you're so
into
solid.
a better house.
Fuck.
I have like savings that I'm not worried about using.
God.
I bought like all my appliances, so now that I actually own them,
Yeah.
the only price I paid was my soul.
That first year soul grind.
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, like you really had it set up in first year. I remember going into second year and being like, I have to pay tax now? What? And David is like, I've paid all my yearly tax already. I'm like, fuck you, David.
Yeah, I paid it
David,
all at once.
Fuck. I'm like, how did you do that? He's like, I just had money saved. I'm like, wait, people save? People are... Who else is saving? Luckily, no one else around me was saving. So I felt pretty good. But, man, it's fucking dumb. It was so stupid.
That's just my weird OCD of like, if my bank account is lower than this amount, I'm a garbage person, and that can't happen.
Dude, that's pretty good. I got to start implementing that. I used to have 2 bank accounts where I'd like stack cash in one and then the other for saving.
Yeah.
And then that dipped off. And then I got a part-time job. I started doing that again. And that really helped. Like, having a part-time job helps, but I don't want to be working 2 jobs.
There's the thing. There's the spend your time wisely thing, right?
There we go, yeah.
Like, is working that second job worth your fucking time?
Yeah.
And if it's not, don't do it.
Don't fucking
Yeah,
do
okay,
it.
you'll make like extra pocket change, but really, like, if that time could be spent learning Japanese that will get you a job down the road,
Spend it doing that.
spend it doing that instead. Because it will, yeah, okay, you'll be poor in the interim or poorer than you would be, but it's going to pay its dividends later on. And I think a lot of people don't think about that. They're like, I need the money now. I need to do this now. And you have to, especially in this country where you live or die by if you have a visa that year.
Yeah.
You need to think ahead, like, okay, if I need a visa or if I need to switch my job, will I have enough skill to get a job later on that I'll have a 3-year visa, I'll have a 5-year visa, I'll be a permanent resident, I'll get married, I'll have kids. Like,
Yeah.
it seems like really like, oh man, like you're thinking like you're playing fucking 4D chess and thinking like 10 steps ahead, but like you have to have some foresight.
Yeah, it's pretty common. Like, I used to do like 1 part-time eikaiwa. It was a good eikaiwa. I liked it. It's like a small eikaiwa. And I'd do it literally 1 day a week. Sometimes I'd cover people and I would do like a second day randomly. But generally it was 1 day a week. Like on a Thursday, I think it was. I taught from like 5 till like 8 or 9 at night. It was 1 day a week, like on a Thursday. Next day I'm finished. It's Friday, everything's cool. But I would sacrifice 1 day of the week to have, how much money a week? It was like an extra 50,000 yen, something like that,
So
in my account.
$500.
$500. I'll take that. That's like,
decent. 500, an extra 500 a month.
It's decent.
Is decent. That pays your tax.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it was. It was tax money. I just wanted to get my tax and like other things paid off so I could like move and prepare myself for moving out.
Yeah.
It was useful. It was useful. But then again, there are people who've worked in Japan for like, there was one guy in our old Board of Education, our old BOE.
Yeah.
And he had worked in Japan for, I want to say 10 or 15 years. He spoke very little Japanese. This seems to be the regular case now, but he spoke very little Japanese. He was working like 2 jobs. Our company, which, once again, guys, you want to know what this company was? You want to find out the secrets? You want to know what shithole I was working in? Hit me up in the DMs. And I'll tell you these secrets. I'll fucking tell you what this company was. And also he was working for Gabo or Nova, one of them.
Yeah.
And he was doing it every day.
Oh my god.
Every day he was doing this. So he was working and then Gabo, because he had like kids or something.
Right.
So he had to like make the cash. and every year your money's going up. Your pay and rent and whatever's going up. So
it plateaus after a while.
It plateaus after a while, but then your wage is meant to constantly increase. But in our old company, you know what to do.
Increasing.
You know what to do in our old company. It ain't increasing because they have these yearly. That's another conversation entirely. But it ain't increasing. Only decreasing. It's only decreased since they've started bringing OTs to this country. It's only decreased. Mm-hmm. It's insane. Fucking insane. But yeah, awful. Plan your fucking time wisely, boys. Plan your time wisely. But anyway, guys, wrap it up.
I don't know. Is there other stuff you want to talk about?
Always, but tonight we have things to do.
Yeah, that's true enough. We do have things to do.
Oh my god, guys! Tonight we're gonna go to a very cool little house. We're gonna hang out with the boys. Boys' night. You can catch it on the Instagram. I'm gonna upload all the stories there. It's gonna be pretty fun. I'm excited for today. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. Maybe okay. Hang on. Maybe we should do a little bit of housekeeping as far as like stuff that's changed since last week.
Go for it.
So housekeeping. We have a Twitter now. You can.
We've done it.
Yeah. Instagram, I'm working on it, but we have a Twitter. So if you have, I know that the amount of listeners from the first episode to the second episode has increased considerably.
Considerably, yeah.
Whereas the first episode was 8, so like that's probably like whoever I told that week that, hey, I was talking on the internet.
Yeah.
To, I think now it's up to like 25, 30 people. So
thank you to our subscribed listeners. We love you.
2, on, I guess I should say the name of the Twitter. It's at Tokyo Fresh Pod. Podcast won't fit because it's too damn long.
Pod, it is.
But Tokyo Fresh Pod, all one word.
Yep.
As well on Anchor, I think in the show notes I'll put this in the actual show notes for the episode.
Yeah.
I've turned on Anchor FM, who's hosting the podcast, has a feature where you can send in like text and I think voice messages as well. So if you have questions or suggestions for topics, or you want to send me money from your Nigerian prince in Africa.
Ooh, I do like some Nigerian prince money, guys. Come on.
Send that my way.
Send that our way.
I'd be very grateful. Other than that, I'll put everything in the show notes for this episode. We'll see what happens going from here.
Yeah.
So,
can't wait. Next week, we got some new topics, got some new conversations to be had. I'm excited for it. But until then, boys, I will see you next time. As always, I've been Jordan Green. You can catch me at Afro in Japan on Instagram and nowhere else. Guys, I'm almost on 2,000 followers, and I'd like to hit that before next year.
Oh, you can do it.
I'll try my best. I'll try my best.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. We'll see you next week, same time, as usual.